I'm back. Rhodes Rants on Star Wars. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Join the Rhodes Squadron. We just hit 400 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has joined the Rhodes Squadron. Now, on to 500. Today, let's talk about a rumor that has been going around actually for about 3 months now. I've seen this quite a few times. The problem with this rumor is I cannot connect it to anything substantial. When I got home today and I saw this had popped up again, I started digging, and I still can't find anything. I've got an article from We've Got This Covered, who sometimes has legit info and sometimes doesn't. The problem is their source. Their source is Daily Express, which is at times the National Enquirer of the internet when it comes to news. So sometimes you don't know what to believe, but I'll read this article to you, and then I'll tell you what I really think at the end of it. Disney reportedly bringing in George Lucas to help fix Luke in Star Wars Episode 9. It sounds like Disney is in a precarious position now after the disaster of Solo: A Star Wars Story, are seeking help from someone who knows Star Wars like none other. Yep, the latest word on the Episode 9 rumor mill is that none other than George Lucas has been brought on board to help polish up the script and guide J.J. Abrams down the right path as he puts the finishing touches on the finale to the Mouse's House's new trilogy. Well, production is over. Physical wrapped production is over. Principal photography. The movie will make or break release for the studio. After all, thanks to an unfairly maligned Last Jedi and the fairly maligned Solo, it makes sense that they're now doing everything they can to win back fans who might be finding themselves a little Star Wars out at the moment. We advise taking this with a grain of salt, as the intel comes from Express, who is classified as a rumor according to them. Lucas has a hand in numerous sequences to fine-tune some of the legacy characters and their interactions with some of the sequel trilogy characters. Not only that, but apparently the filmmaker also directed Abrams with Mark Hamill in exactly how the character of Luke Skywalker should be done, with the studio hoping to avoid backlash they saw with him in The Last Jedi. My God, that's not hard. I don't understand. Depending on what you think of his talents, the resurrection of George Lucas as a creative force in this galaxy far, far away might make you cheer or groan. If you groan at this, yikes. Personally, I say so long, as he's only handling the story beats and plotting and leaving the dialogue to others. This could be the creative shot in the arm Episode 9 needs. That is from the article. I did not just say that. Huh. Okay. So what do we think about this Rhodes Squadron? Like I said, I heard rumblings of this like 3 months ago. And what I think you've had happen here is, I believe J.J. Abrams, yes, has been contacted has contacted George Lucas. And I think he probably did so a long time ago. My guess is J.J. wanted George's input on a lot of this and probably invited him up to work on this movie. Now, does that mean he necessarily directed part of this movie or something like that? No. Although it could. Or he could have assisted J.J. personally in directing parts of this movie. I had a feeling he would be involved in something regarding Luke, Vader, and maybe the Emperor in some way in Episode 9. Also, it gives Disney a quote-unquote pop, which, judging by the comments on YouTube videos about this subject, it's really mixed. It's about 50%, hey, this sounds great, 50%, I don't give a rat's ass if George is coming back. To be fair, as of right now, I do plan on seeing episode 9. And if George is involved, yeah, that certainly is a step in the right direction. I understand for a lot of you it's dead regardless. But it's hard to do much more than bring George in, right, to get his input on what's left with the story. And maybe George told JJ, you need to figure out a way to bring Luke back. So we will see what they do. I think there is some truth to this. I do not believe we will fully know until Celebration. And who knows, I don't think they will get George to show up at Celebration. But if he was involved in this and he's willing to take a credit on it, he might show up at Celebration for episode 9. Oh, and by the way, don't lose sight of the fact that they are celebrating the Phantom Menace at Celebration. So if George comes in for that, and he's involved in episode 9, there's some connective tissue for that right there, right? And that can be a gigantic pop with the crowd. George, episode 9, everybody goes nuts, blah, blah, blah. So, tell me what you think in the comments section below, Road Squadron, about George Lucas possibly throwing an assist to JJ for Star Wars Episode 9. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
They can't breathe, can't sleep, can't eat. The reason why words surge back and toting heat. I'd rather ride by myself.